1, we riding through the night. We used to, we hang out. We do weirdo stuff. There go 1, there go 2. So when we get to the 13th deer, there go the 13th deer. So now I come the 14th deer. There go the 13th deer. 15th deer. There go the 13th deer. And I'm looking at her like, man, I ain't about to sit up here and act like, there's 13 deers. So that was the first weirdo point. Then
so she just kept saying 13.
She kept saying 13, right. Then when so we drove all the way to Georgia. And so, it's past South Carolina. So she's sitting up, we sitting up, I'm driving at the time. And I'm like, how do you forget I was pissed because it's like 3, 4 in the morning. How do you forget where you live? You sitting right up looking at everything. I was so mad. So, and we always used to stay up with one another. And I have a photographic memory where, if I see where I'm going, I could pretty much get out. And so I pulled over and I was like, you know what? I'm going to sleep. I'm not about to sit up with you. You don't know how to get home. We in Georgia. We gonna go past South Carolina. I was like, I'm going to sleep. And she put the car in gear and she said, I guess I got to find my way home. And when she put the car in gear, I was knocked out. And the next thing you know, we was up in her driveway. So when I woke up, I'm thinking, how we got to her house when she just missed her whole house. Now how we got to our house. Like we not at no rest stop. We know where, you know what I'm saying? How we got to her house. And now I don't know how we got here. I don't know, me, I'm a photographic memory person. I need to see where I'm at. So that threw me off on the whole process. And then there was this process about me going to sleep. So we was with her cousin, right? We was with her cousin. Her cousin had came and got us and we went over our house. Now I met her cousin before, her cousin that came to New York. So she was in the room, right? So she was laying in the room. She had finally went to sleep from when she had got off the road because I took that little nap, right? Mm-hmm. Before we got into her family and everything like that. I had took that nap. And then when we came in, I took another nap. When she came in, she was going to see, she had never went to sleep. So later on that night, we went over her cousin's house. So she went into the room. So say me and you are sitting like this. This is me and her cousin. We sitting like this. And so she's in the room behind and I could see her laying behind in the room. So I'm like, yeah, she just now, that's the first time she went to sleep. So the cousin is like, oh, so the cousin turned around. She like, oh, she was laying on her stomach. They say you shouldn't lay like that because they say demons will ride your back. Why would you say something like that if she's in there laying on her stomach? So we sitting there, and so me and her cousin was talking about a whole bunch of stuff, like, good stuff happening and stuff like that. So the cousin started crying. And when the cousin started crying, it was like a wave. Like, it was like, how when you see smoke, it's invisible, but you see that air of heat with heat. When you see that heat, it was like a air like that went into that room. And I'm sitting there. And then so I'm talking to her, but every time I'm hearing over there. So I'm like, yo, you hear that? She like, nah, what you talking about? And every time I look over there, it's stopping. And I'm like, damn, you don't hear that? She like, and I'm looking at her. She's sitting still, but I hear her.